So this here is Garp, and she is my 12-year-old golden mantle Stanley cross. Um, and you won't believe it to look at that sweet little chirpy face now, but for many years we had trouble with biting. She isn't a naturally aggressive bird, but one thing that would drive her crazy was if she saw shoes that she didn't like, or if you went barefoot. Now, if you can see now, I can put my foot right by her cage, and she doesn't react at all. Which was never the case before. If you had her anywhere near your feet in anything but the plainest black shoes, she would go absolutely berserk, and we couldn't let her out of her cage unless we were wearing absolutely plain black shoes. Otherwise, she would dive bomb your feet and bite so hard that sometimes you would have to actually pull her beak out of your flesh, which is quite weird because she's actually not an aggressive bird at all. But just for some reason, if you had something on your feet, she would go crazy. We spoke to the vet about this, and he said that this is actually quite a common problem in birds, and it usually stems from them seeing women wearing red nail polish. Red is a color that sort of stimulates birds to want to bite. It's actually a technique that people use with birds that don't want to eat, that you put something red in their food and it makes them bite. So if you wear red nail polish at some point in your bird's life, or if they see a woman with red nail polish, they begin to associate toes with something they must bite. And apparently this is a very common problem with birds, that at some stage they see red nail polish on toes and they bite toes for the rest of their lives. In training them out of it is not as difficult as you might think, but a lot of people battle with it because there are a lot of common errors. The biggest one is that you must say no. In parrot language, squawking means approval. So if your bird bites your foot and you say no in a firm voice, your parrot thinks you're saying, I love it, do it some more. So if you put your foot there and your bird bites and you go no, it will do it some more. Don't ever do that. The best way to discipline your bird is through a simple, non-invasive method that doesn't hurt them in any way, but just causes them a little discomfort, and that is by destabilizing something that they're sitting on. So the obvious method is that if they swoop down onto your foot to bite it, to lift up your foot while they're still sitting on your foot, and to gently just wave it around like that until the bird becomes unstable. The bird will then fly off, and because it finds this an unpleasant experience. This won't work immediately, but within a month or two, the bird will begin to understand that when it flies onto your foot and attacks, this will become an unstable branch for it to sit on, and it will fly off. It was very successful for us. The same thing applies on your hand. The bird flies onto your hand and bites. Just wave your hand around until the bird becomes uncomfortable and flies off, and it will pretty soon stop biting. Hope this helps. By the way, her water is not brown because it's dirty. It is brown because it's got vitamins in it. It's a Vita tea that hopefully is available in your country. She loves it. Hopefully your bird will too.